What is going on, guys? My name is Coaster Planet here, and today we'll be talking about what could Disneyland do. So basically, Disneyland, I'm talking about the one in Anaheim, the one in California. So, uh, what, how would it look like if Disneyland were to add an extreme park? So at Disneyland, they have tons of money to do this, but I just don't know why they don't want to add these type of rides. Uh, they already have Vekoma and some Zemperler rides, or yeah. So they really need to get an extreme park for for more visitors to come in California. So if you live in Southern, then you would wonder, we want more theme parks and we want more fun. So this is the chance that you guys can also have even more fun to add another amusement park in Southern California. So if they were to add Disneyland and made it into an extreme park, what coasters could they possibly add? So that's what we're going to be going through right now. So the options that I'll be showing you is most of them are from B&M. So the first one we'll be going through is a B&M hypercoaster. So I see two options that they can be theming it to. So they can theme it to Inside Out or they can theme it to Lilo and Stitch. So, but will this ride be doable? It depends on the land, but I'm not quite sure where they could add the Disneyland Extreme Park. But as far as I know, that they're already expanding the Disneyland Park. They're adding Star Wars Land. I just don't know, either this year or next year. But it I don't know if it's gonna be for a while for another park to open because mo most of the time you don't see theme parks being built every single year or every day. No, every single year, because they're very expensive. But Disneyland can do it. I just don't know why they don't want to um, build these type of rides, especially if you want the guests to be even more happy and more thrilled about it. So, yeah, Inside Out is a barely new movie that came out last year, I guess. Yeah, summer last year, or 2015. It's a pretty new movie. Our littlest is pretty old, but I guess they can do a good job on theming it after him. Because all of what Disneyland is doing is they're just adding the interactive dark rides, and uh, they're really not that exciting. They're only exciting for the kids and family. But for the teenagers, I bet this is something that a lot of teenagers would love and adults would love, is to add an hypercoaster, especially especially if it's filled with airtime. The airtime is more enjoyable of the into the rides. Uh, okay, next is the B&M invert. So B&M inverts, a lot of guests love these type of coasters. So I can either see it themed to Pinocchio, which is a really really old Disney movie, or Mickey and Friends. Just make it simple and just probably short if it's themed to Mickey and Friends because Mickey is kind of cartoonish show. So I'm thinking, they can probably just make it short and just make it simple. Probably just add a few inversions, not too many inversions to make the family sick, but just enough to make the people, have more thrill and the variety of the coaster. Ratatouille would be okay because uh they can theme it like, going into the sewer. I don't know if they can do this indoor, make it a make an intense indoor inverted coaster, but I'm sure if it's outdoor, then I don't know. But it's up to Disneyland, it's up to them what they want to add or what they want to do. Probably if they want to add another park, hey, that's great. Uh, but B&M inverts, yeah, I don't think there's any rattle to it. Um, I never heard anyone say that, but only like very few people say that it's a rattle. But I don't think so. B&M inverts are pretty smooth. I've been on three of them already: Flight Deck, Silver Bullet, and Batman the Ride at Magic Mountain. So I've been to three of. B&M inverts already, and pretty smooth, and it's really pretty fast too. Especially Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet. It's a little bit faster than the other inverts. But of course, Silver Bullet is a lot taller than those two B&M inverts in California. So I would say Silver Bullet would be more intense B&M invert. Next up, we have a B&M sitting coaster. Now I don't know if you guys if this coaster still exists, but just comment in the box below and tell me if this coaster exists or not, because I might be wrong. But anyways, we can see it themed to Tangled, which is a fairly new movie, probably back in that 2013, 2012. I forgot the year. Really don't focus on movies that much. But that'd be a good theme to name it to Tangled. Now, this is Led Zeppelin, the ride. I don't think they're gonna use this layout, but they can possibly use a custom layout if they want to, but I just don't know if that's possible. But I don't think sitting coasters are dying out. But just tell me if they're dying out, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong if they're dying out. And the last one they can theme it is the Snow White. I just don't know if that's possible. But it would be nice to name it theme it to Tangled just because it's a fairly new movie and a lot of people kind of knowing about it. They're probably kind of fun about it, but yeah. So maybe give it purple track with yellow supports. I don't think the yellow would really look good, but whatever you guys decide, tell me if purple track is better to see rather than the yellow track. So yeah. And then the 101 down May 10s. It's about a bunch of puppies, so they can probably make it the same color as the Led Zeppelin coaster at Hard Rock Park. But that park is closed, so yeah, but they can still copy the color scheme. Just probably just give it a little different layout from that. Snow White, hey, probably just make it simple, make it like just short, look and not very tall, but we can add those interlocking loops like you saw at Loch Ness Monster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Yeah, that would be nice to do. I would love to see Disneyland get their extreme park. I really hope so. Right now, their collection is looking would be great, especially if it's by B&M. But yeah. Now the B&M Flyer would definitely be the best out there, but there's only one one existing in California. So it's Tatsu. So if they were to add another B&M Flyer, this would be the second one in California. And doubt that Tatsu would still be better because it's more taller and it's at better location. Uh, so Aladdin would be okay. Incredibles would be nice, and Tinkerbell would be the best because Tinkerbell flies. I don't know about Incredibles if they fly, but Tinkerbell of course can fly up in the air. So I'm thinking, they can name it after Tinkerbell. Uh, yeah, great one. Maybe make the coaster green and the supports yellow, just because Tinkerbell has blonde hair, so they can make it yellow and green track. And like like all the other flyers, they can probably add a few inversions, probably add a pretzel loop, or make it uh kind of similar to the flying dinosaur at I forgot that theme park, but it was like a theme park in Japan. I think it was Universal Studios. Yeah, it's Universal Studios Hollywood. What was that? Japan? Something like that. I forgot. But they could possibly make it similar to that, and maybe they can also try to add in a splashdown. Make it a little bit of a different layout from a Flying Dinosaur. but they can still do a good job on this. The Wing Rider would definitely be good, but I think the Rio would be a nice one for the theming. That would definitely be the better fit for the coaster to have the theme. Alice in Wonderland, they they could also do that as another option, but Lion King, nah, I doubt it because Lion King is really really old movie. But I think Rio would most likely be the one to be themed after. Just because Rio is about birds and birds do fly, so yeah. And you guys are thinking, they should theme the B&M Flyer to Rio, but I'm thinking more like a B&M Wing Rider because birds do have wings. Alright, the dive coaster. Oh yeah, everybody would be psyched about this if they were to add a B&M dive coaster. So, theming Tarzan would be a great fit for the dive coaster. Beauty and the Beast, I don't think it will make sense for this just because Beauty and the Beast, all they do is just dance and get along. They don't really do anything cool, and the elements doesn't really fit for Beauty and the Beast. So I think Tarzan would be a great idea. And Tarzan always flips and do all these stunts, and that counts as the inversions. So I think Tarzan would make more sense. So yeah. So why was I talking about B&M? Why wasn't I talking about the other manufacturers? Well, they can also do the same thing with the other manufacturers, theme it to those what I just said earlier in the video. But they can probably go with Intamin. I think Intamin would be nice, an Intamin launch coaster. Disneyland also needs a launch coaster, another one. They already have California Screaming. They could add a second one. So Intamin launch coaster, Intamin Blitz would be nice, or an Intamin hyper coaster would have been good. But hey, I think B&M would be more likely to see it. A B&M hyper coaster would be better. Uh, there are other manufacturers that are missing. We have RMC. I possibly doubt that RMC will be in charge with this park. And Gravity Group, I don't think any Woodies will be coming to this park. Just because I don't think Disneyland likes to maintain a lot because that's a lot of work and they get tired and they get stressed already to maintain the ride. So I don't think a Woody will come to Disneyland. Will never will come to Disneyland. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, that's pretty much GCI. Same thing. I don't think any Woody. I don't believe any Woody will be coming. I think Steel Coasters will most likely be it. But there are other manufacturers. Gerslar, the Eurofighters, and the Infinity Coaster. I don't think so. Uh, because they don't want to they don't want the people to be so crazy about stuff. So they don't want to add a Gerslar in the park because the guests, they think the guests will. I don't. I bet something might happen. They maybe Disneyland thinks there's gonna be another accident because of what's the Smiler happened. So whatever happens, I don't think Gerslar will be in charge of this just because people already know about what's happened to Smiler and they don't want any accidents anymore. Yeah, there's pretty much a lot more manufacturers that they could be using, but I just don't. I think the Intamin would be nice, and I just didn't include this because that video would be way too long already. So yeah, that's why. But it's okay. At least I was talking about the other manufacturers that they can be using. Except for the wooden coasters. I don't think the wooden coasters will be coming to Disneyland. So that is to wrap about what coasters we can be seeing. Now flats, yeah, we can also see flats, but there are just many options out there that I just don't want to put in right now. It's just gonna be taking forever to do, so that's why. But other than that, guys, yeah, but I think most likely we'll be seeing the extreme park come. by 2025, just because they're still saving a little bit more money to put in so that they can be able to afford it more and to get it in the best price. So, other than that, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think they should add a Disney Extreme Park? Do you think they should not? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I will make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.